Start. I'm Willie Wiley, Master McCarbs. A thousand years later. 1,000 years later.
Putting the eye back in team. Let's do this.
Oh, where we at? Up there, okay.
Just how big is this place?
No.
It's not a calculator, and I'm pretty sure I know who'd want that. Poindexter, talking about you, bro.
Yeah, Poindexter. Talking about you, Poindexter. Let's go. I'll do this. I'll do this last. This one, and then I'll do something else. We might go to Cold War. I would go to like Borderlands 3, but I'm trying to get my Guardian rank all the way up to the tippy top. Been trying to do that. That's a game that would be cool to have. Borderlands 3. You can't really do anything in Borderlands 3 unless you go buy the Season 2 pass, and I don't buy the Season 2 pass. I never bought the Season 2 pass, I never bought it. There's like stuff that they could have threw in with the Season 1, they were too selfish, and I really didn't like what they did on Borderlands 3. Part the key kind of situation on the bottom. I was just I know I gotta go down there and go get the thing. What else? I just don't think Borderlands. I don't think Borderlands had that potential to keep that stuff, but then they did. There's more stuff that they're keeping, but I don't think they're probably gonna use it in Tina's little thing. Tina's Wonderland. They're probably gonna use that, and that's build more. I just got a very bad feeling what they're gonna do. Lay down. that's the difference. I think. No. I'm thinking. The only people that persuade to you guys, like, if you play Borderlands 3, I played Borderlands 1, I played Borderlands 2, and I played Borderlands 3. But if people who are getting persuaded to actually say, yeah, it's a good idea to buy Borderlands the Season 2 and the director's cut and all that other stuff, is it worth it, blah, blah, blah. No. 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 If it was worth it, then it would have been worth it to have a raid, like, say, 5 raid bosses, or like, and you know, it would have been something that would be more impact. There's absolutely 100% nothing to do in that game. It's like they just do that all together at the last minute. And that's what they did. I felt like when I seen them do that whole, what was it called? When they showed the whole Season 2 part of that and the director's cut, and they're like, oh, this and this, director's cut, this and this. I'm like, wow, that could have been in the first part of the season. And sure enough, it should have been. I'm like really, really... I know, I should have done it last round. I mean, money ain't a thing for me, but if it was... even... Say, money's not a thing for me when it comes down to buying those DLCs or season pass things. Money's not that way. I don't think, even if it's wise to buy a Season 2 pass, for a person that plays Borderlands 3, I don't think it's wise to actually say, yeah, it's a good idea to buy Season 3, buy Season 2, buy the Season 1 pass. No, that's money greedy people. Money greedy people. That's like the same thing as the Division 2. Look what they're doing. The Division 2 was an okay game until they threw in the last... Okay. The Division 2, and this is what they did. Season 2 was a season pass, and they had the season pass. And I thought, because I played when I played the Division, the first one, they didn't have season pass. They didn't have all that stuff. If you wanted the DLC, you bought it that way. Survival to PvE and all that other stuff. You bought into it. You didn't buy the season pass. You didn't, hey, yeah, the season pass is really awesome and everything else. I think game companies are trying to sneak in a lot of stuff because of the microtransactions that they can't do anymore. They can't do microtransactions, and that's exactly what's going on with that whole thing. Like Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Yeah, Black Ops 4. When they started doing the whole microtransactions, and you couldn't get nothing out of it unless you bought into it. The same thing was what they do with Cold War. And then you could buy stuff with the suitcases or briefcases now. If you add 6 briefcases, you can get something in the store. People are like, wait, what are you talking about? Microtransactions destroyed a video game, and Season 2 passes destroy a video game. Season 1 destroys video games. And if they don't... I like it when they do road to, the pathway, or whatever they call it now. The pathway. And what I was talking about is the Division 2. The Division 1, you bought into the DLCs. You bought, like, if you wanted survival, you bought the survival part of it. You didn't have to go and bought the whole Season 1 or Season 2. You bought, for $14.99, you bought the survival part of it. Now, when Division 2 came out, they did the Season Pass, which means they didn't really do a Season 2 pass. Now, I bought into it. I actually was a dumb idiot for buying into it, thinking that the Season Pass would give me the DLCs because of every single thing was coming through. And that was the dumbest thing I ever did with Ubisoft. And granted that, you know, I was going off the very first game, the very first one. And if you go to the very first game, you bought into, like, the Season Pass. There was no Season Pass. So I thought the survival part of was going to be on there. I thought the PvE, all the stuff that would have been a little bit more funner than anything else. Because the exotic weapons were going to be on there, and things like that. No, what happened was the Season Pass was you get to play 7 days before anybody else got to play it. And I thought that was the dumbest thing. And you didn't get and they started doing that whole Season Pass where they were trying to do the whole, you can get this and this, what was it called, the season calendar thing, whatever it's called now, that they have on, like, even Cold War has it, even Destiny 2 has it. They sucker you into all those stuff. They're like, oh, we gotta do what Fortnite does to make it look like it's like you're getting something out of it, like a calling card or a gun that they have or something like that. That's stupid. I think Season Passes are stupid and those dumb for a game. If I would have built a game, if I actually had a game or built a game, I would never have stuff like that. Even if I don't care if we lost money towards it. I don't care. The fun thing about it is building a game that actually have more people that have fun with it. And they don't see that. No company sees that in life. These microtransactions and boxes, microtransactions and stuff like that, that's not fun. That's nowhere near fun. And I don't care what game the game company says, oh, Activision is making us do it, and this and this and this and that and this. No. If it was making you do that, then you basically, your contract needs to be up then. If you don't feel like your game's going to be up to par, and you have to have microtransactions in video games because you don't think anybody's going to play them, and you have to pay the people who make the game, that means you gotta leave the company. I don't care if it was Activision or Ubisoft or that stuff. I loved it when video games used to be like in the cartridge. There was no microtransactions. There was no nothing like that. You had fun. And when you popped in that cartridge, you had a 50-50 chance for it to be a good game or a bad game. That means you gotta weigh the cons or the pros to it. The cons to a video game, in a cartridge form could have been where you stuck the cartridge in the NES or the Sega Genesis or even Atari, where the game would actually not play or play. The reason why it would not play is because of the moisture in the air, or the plastic was ripped open and you guys didn't know that. Sometimes the cartridge would actually... The metal prongs or whatever they're called, the gold strip prongs, they're at the edge, at the end where you had to blow into it. And you even bought it just that day. You bought it that day and all of a sudden it wouldn't work. The wiring might rip out of it and everything else. I remember that day. I remember buying a video game and it didn't work the very first day. And you paid... In video games back in the day, those cartridges weren't really... A cartridge video game for a Sega Genesis was like... It was up there. It was up there in price. It was... like, even if you said, well, it wasn't cheap that much, a cartridge video game could actually run you to $100. You're like, what do you mean $100? A cartridge video game, and this is how bad the video game industry is. When, back in the 80s and back in the 90s, if you had one of the Sega Genesis game or a Nintendo game, it was $34 or it was about $30 to about $60. And you're like, no, it used to be $20. No, cartridge games were expensive back in the day. Way back in the day. Cartridge games. See, they didn't have that many. See, like Nintendo and Sega Genesis had license on their games that they could sell for whatever they wanted to sell. But the same, like, what is it? The other one, the other companies, they could have sold their games for $200, $200. You even Google them up or search them up how much the prices were in Sega Genesis and Sega or Nintendo or Atari. Like those 84 and 1 games or 90 games or whatever it was called, they sold those for like $100 to $200. It was crazy. It was purely freaking crazy. I have time. I could let them hit that. Got that because that's what it is. That's how you do that one. If you guys ever want to know how to do that one. Double money. So if you guys ever thought about like a Sega Genesis game, Nintendo game, and how much they were priced a lot. And even if you thought a video game right now is $59.99 or $60 or $69.99, kind of like crazy in a one way when it comes down to saying, well, The first game that I ever bought, the very first was Astro Kid. No, was that no Astro Robot? No, Robot Kid. Atomic Robot. It was a robot. It was a robot. It was a robot, but I think it was called Atomic Robot or something like that. I have it somewhere. I bought that. I think I bought it for like 70. I think it was like $72. I'd be like, whoa, $72. I remember that. Will I get this done? Will I get the Easter egg done today?
Master Knight at your service. I got something fresh.
Hold on. Oh yeah. Damn it. I remember what I did wrong. Like, what the hell did I do? Like, I picked it up right, and then all of a sudden, bam. So, what I did was, on round 2, I didn't mean to go through it real quick, and which I did. I'm like, no! No, I just said no, like that.
You got it, kid. Give me a second, I'll mix up something new.
Don't close the door. Don't close the door. Don't. Good. That has happened before. Boom. 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 Do 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 do. Yellow. Red. If it's green, it's a circle. No. Blue, red, yellow. No, blue, red, green, yellow. Blue, red, green, yellow. Green, red, yellow, blue. Oh my god, I'm done. It's over. It's over. Yay. No, I'm just joking. No, it's over. Yeah. I told you, don't go into the light. You blew up.
Why won't you just die at you already?
You blew up, dude. I would have gave him that one. Let's see. I think these are split screens. No, they're split screens. And hold on.
The moment I set eyes on you, you'll never work in this town
And
again.
one of them come in, I don't care. That'd be crazy if one of them does come in. Someone comes in, grabs them, I don't care. I didn't need David Hasselhoff. See? Didn't need him. I just like doing his challenges. I told the dude earlier, I said, why do you need David Hasselhoff? Why do you need him? And the dude kept on crying like, I need the challenges done, I need the challenges done. I'm like, dude, you have me, I'm here, dude. You're not gonna lose this, soul key. The difference is, I have done this Easter egg so many times, it's unreal. And I'm getting way, way faster and it's getting easier on me. And this game's getting really boring to me. And then someone's like, yeah, won't you do Beast to Beyond? Well, do I do the things that people do? What the card? And do it really quick and send someone coming in like, yeah, and get the, what was it called, the ninja on my Stallion 44 and just sit there and shoot up in the sky. Up. And then get the VMP. I'm not really worried about giving a soul key to anybody. I give out too many soul keys to some realm. Plus, I really didn't really care about what was going on. See, soul key. I remember the very first time it was like it wouldn't let you in here. Or give us two of them.
Simply do not disassemble. Kneel then.
34 minutes? That's only it took 34 minutes? Well, it took me less than 34 minutes. That's what happens when you can destroy a game.